Hello everyone, it's AJ. Welcome back to AJ's Movie Place, my channel. Yes, got another opening for you today. Delivery, post opening. Got a wealth of stuff come. What's in there? I wonder if my Steelbook 4K Black Widow's in there. It's not. I know that. Savvy. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's just make it a quick one, shall we? Okay, so I haven't really had no post for the past week. It's like the postman had been on strike. I think the postman was actually on holiday, and our stuff was put to the my stuff was put to the bottom of the pile till he came back. So post was erratic. I had 3 days with nothing without seeing, and then I had another time when he delivered about 6:30 in the evening. This crazy sort of stuff going on. But I've got a few bits here, so let's take a look. Okay, first up from Music Magpie. I'll get this one out of the way. Spy. Yeah. Now, this is one of those films that I haven't seen it, and I don't know if I want to see it. It cost me like £2, all right? It cost me like next to nothing. But I can't stand Melissa McCarthy. I think she's unfunny. She ain't got a bone in her body that's talented. Yeah, she's not my cup of tea at all. I despise her. I will actively not watch films starring her. Yeah, but on the other hand, I like Jason Statham. And obviously, Jason Statham is like the co-star, co-lead to this film. So, yeah, never have been so torn between a film since Gillian Anderson and Danny Dyer starred together. Yeah. I like Gillian Anderson, I hate Danny Dyer. Same sort of thing as this. But anyway, I'll give it a go for Jason Statham. Hopefully he'll bring something to the film. You know, see his comedic timing maybe and that. So it'll be an interesting watch. So that was that. Not film related, but I do have one comic book which I didn't get at my local comic store. And that is issue 51 of Grimm Fairy Tales. Yeah, it's as it says, Grimm Fairy Tales. It's based on all the Grimm sort of fairy tales, takes them sort of characters, puts them in Grimm Fairy Tales are originally dark stories anyway. It did start off this series as like a sort of Twilight Zone series. Each issue in the early days was to do with a sort of fairy tale story, but gave it that darker twist and evil things happen, that sort of thing. It's gone on to sort of become quite a big popular comic from Zenescope, with loads and loads of spin-off comics. Yeah, so that's just one I usually get. That's just, yeah. Anyway, next up I have Occupation Rainfall. Now, I know this is a sequel to Occupation. There's the first one, which I do have, which I got when I saw the trailer for this one. And I pre-ordered this one, I went and searched out the first one, and I bought it for cheap. I've yet to watch the first one, and I'm going to yet to watch this second one. Ken Jeong stars in it. Well, he's got a role in it. Tamura Morrison, Boba Fett, he's in it. I don't know anything about the film. It does look cheap, but it's got a runtime of 130 to 32 minutes, 212 minutes runtime on this, which is very surprising. So usually them sort of cheapy films run for about 90 minutes, nothing more. So I don't know, maybe, you know, is it any good? I don't know. I'll give it a try. I like sci-fi, so I'll watch Occupation Rainfall at some point, and may well do a review. Who knows? Next up is my 4K Nobody. Yep. From the writer of John Wick, starring Saul Goodman. Him from Better Call Saul. Can't remember his name. Can't even read the writing on the back. Bob Odenkirk, that's it. Starring Bob Odenkirk. It is very John Wicky. It doesn't feel as polished as John Wick. Or as big budget as John Wick, but it's a lot of fun. It was a great film. To see Bob Odenkirk, who's a sort of very everyman type of character in this role, was fantastic. It's a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend the film, especially if you do like John Wick. It's a good film. Now, there was a steelbook released of this. I chose not to get the steelbook because it found it very uninspiring, the artwork, just the yellow with the title. Yeah, very, very boring, drab, dull steelbook. So I went for that. Now, last but certainly not least, is a steelbook, which by this point you probably have seen the opening of it, because I have done an opening of this. Starfall Soldier. In other words, Soldier. This is the Kurt Russell movie, Soldier. This is the German release on steelbook. Soldier hasn't had a Blu-ray release in this country. I do have the standard Amaray version imported from somewhere for it. Yeah, in Germany it was called Starfall Soldier, which is a crappy title. Don't get me wrong, it's one of them sort of throwaway, bargain bin, basement, cheap films that you get. But for us, it's just Soldier. I believe this was 1997. Paul W.S. Anderson directed, written by the guy who wrote Blade Runner for the screen. I'm not talking about Philip K. Dick. I'm talking about the geezer who wrote the actual screenplay for Blade Runner. So it's a spiritual sequel to Blade Runner. It's a sidequel to Blade Runner. Yeah, essentially, it is or it isn't. It's in your own mind whether it is or not, but it does pull heavily from Blade Runner. Yeah, so that's that. Those were my deliveries for today. I've got some stuff outstanding from quite a while ago, actually, which I'm hoping has just been caught up in this postman sickness or holiday thing that's been going on. So anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you all later.